Martin Lawrence is speaking out on how Oprah Winfrey ruined Monique's career, and it sounds like Oprah might get canceled very soon.
While we were going through it, with things I had to speak up for, and people, employees getting their pay and things like that, wanting to bring them back when the network didn't want to hire some of them back.
Oprah Winfrey has been trending lately for all the wrong reasons after reports surfaced that she allegedly tried to blackball multiple celebs who spoke out against her. One of these celebs is Academy Award-winning actress Monique, who recently revealed in a new interview that she's still waiting on a public apology from Oprah.
If Oprah was watching this, what would you tell her?
I would say, Oprah Winfrey, you know what you need to do, and stop hiding behind what you call was negative comments, what you call, I don't even deal with things like that, because what people are beginning to do is see you for who you are.
Meanwhile, Monique also revealed that Martin Lawrence was one of the few people in Hollywood who was on her side, and fans are saying this is because Martin himself was on the receiving end of hatred and sabotage from Hollywood elites.
Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
So what exactly did Martin say about Oprah destroying Monique's career? Could Oprah really get canceled soon? Let's get into it.
The comedians that represent are the culture. We represent the culture from our pain and everything that we've been through.
The feud between Monique and Oprah has been simmering for over a decade, and in her new interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Monique revealed that she still wants Oprah to issue a public apology. Meanwhile, Martin Lawrence tried to help Monique get her career back on track, and sources close to Martin are saying he's definitely on Monique's side because he knows who Oprah is and what kind of people she works for.
I did inappropriately touch my sister.
He abused you from the time you were
7. Oprah Winfrey, what you did was malicious, and it was intentional, and it was ugly.
To give you some context, the drama between Oprah and Monique started in 2009 in the run-up to the 82nd Academy Awards. Monique received a nomination for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Precious, directed by Lee Daniels and co-produced by Oprah and Tyler Perry. Precious was a critical success, and it was obvious that Monique would win the Oscar. Oprah, Tyler Perry, and Lee Daniels wanted to capitalize on the media attention Monique was getting, and they told her she needs to go on a press tour. However, they didn't want to compensate her for it. At the time, Monique was hosting a talk show on BET, and she told Oprah that after working so hard on Precious, she wanted to spend some quality time with her husband and kids. After hearing this, Lee Daniels reportedly warned Monique what can happen if she says no to Oprah, telling her it's not going to play out well for you. And before you knew it, the media started running stories about how Monique is a difficult person and hard to work with. Despite winning an Oscar, nobody wanted to hire her anymore, and Monique realized she was being blackballed by Oprah. But then Oprah did something even more diabolical. In her 2008 interview with Essence, Monique revealed that her older brother, Gerald, essayed her multiple times between the ages of 7 to 11.
It's a story that I've told, and the first time I told it was in Essence magazine, when I did the cover, I think maybe a year ago. And I was as a kid by my oldest brother, Gerald. So when Lee Daniels called me and first told me about this movie, and he sent me the book, and I'm like, oh my God, Lee, what is this? And he said, when I say action to you, I need you to play a monster. So I remembered those moments with my brother Gerald, and he was a monster to me.
While she was preparing for her role in Precious, Monique shared her trauma with Oprah and revealed that her parents downplayed her essay. So when Oprah and Monique fell out after the release of Precious, Oprah decided to exploit and monetize Monique's story by inviting Gerald to her show.
I did assault and inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her. And for that, I apologize, and I'm humbly sorry.
Oprah first called Monique to try and convince her to appear on the show with Gerald. However, Monique refused and said that she doesn't care what her brother does, but she won't have any part in it.
Because she said, do you want to come on? I said, I don't want nothing to do with that cat. I said, nigga, I know it's up to a scam, but people can change. And who am I to say he hasn't changed? It might really be different. So I don't want to get in the way of that. I just don't want nothing to do with it. She said, if you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show.
However, when Oprah released the commercial for the episode, Monique was shocked to discover that Oprah invited her parents along with Gerald to talk about her essay. Monique later explained that the reason she felt so used and betrayed was because she previously told Oprah that her dad was an alcoholic and that she wasn't on speaking terms with her mom.
Now I begin to see commercials with my brother, my mother, my father, and my other brother. Now, the reason why that means so much is because in the conversation we had about my brother, we then went deeper. And we began to talk about our relationships with our mothers and our fathers. And I shared my relationship with her about my mother, that me and my mother was not talking. I shared with her we were in a really bad place. I shared with her I was hurt and, trying to figure this thing out. She never said my mother was coming on that show, because had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm going to have your mother, I would have said, shut it down. I don't need the world seeing how greedy my mother is. Shut that down. That's one of the reasons why we don't communicate, because of my mother and father's greed.
After the episode aired, Monique tried to reach out to Oprah and let her know she was hurt. However, Oprah refused to talk to her. Monique eventually ran into Oprah at a Hollywood event, and though Oprah told Monique she was sorry if she hurt her feelings, Monique felt the apology wasn't genuine. And though it's been over a decade since all this went down, Monique recently told The Hollywood Reporter that she still wants a public apology from Oprah. Monique also revealed that she was offered Oprah's role in the 2013 movie The Butler, as well as the role of Richard Pryor's grandmother in the upcoming biopic. Besides that, Monique was also approached to be on the show Empire. However, once she fell out with Oprah, all those offers were taken off the table. Monique told The Hollywood Reporter that Lee Daniels admitted she was blackballed, and when she asked him, "Why have I been blackballed?" Daniels responded, "Because you didn't play the game." However, when Monique pressed Daniels to tell her what game he was talking about, he didn't give her a response. But if there's one person who knows all about this game, it's Martin Lawrence, because he also experienced what it feels like when Hollywood elites decide to destroy you. Back in May 1996, Martin was arrested after he was found wandering in the middle of a busy LA intersection with a gun in his hand and screaming, "They're trying to kill me." The tabloids instantly labeled Martin as crazy and speculated that he was addicted to drugs. However, the doctor who examined Martin after his arrest confirmed he was not under the influence of any substances. Martin also later claimed that almost everything that was being said about him in the media at the time was completely fabricated, including false reports that he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. "They made a lot of things up to sell a better story," Martin said. "You don't know what that's like until you've been through it." Years later, Martin's longtime friend Dave Chappelle publicly blamed Hollywood for trying to paint Martin as crazy, and he said that if a strong person like Martin went out on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me," it means he must have been pushed to the edge by the sick industry.
What is happening in Hollywood that a guy that tough will be on the street waving a gun, screaming, "They are trying to kill me"? Yeah. What's going on? Why is Dave Chappelle going to Africa? Why does Mariah Carey make a $100 million deal and take clothes off on TRL? A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you. Ain't no weak people talking to you. So what is happening in Hollywood? Nobody knows. The worst thing to call somebody is crazy is dismissive. I don't understand this person, so they're crazy. That's bullshit. These people are not crazy. They're strong people. Maybe the environment is a little sick.
Dave again brought up Martin's incident in his 2006 interview with Oprah, but Oprah tried to convince Dave that he was the crazy one.
I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay.
When
you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through, and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time in their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
No,
No.
not exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful.
Dave explained that what happened to him and Martin is that the industry higher-ups were deliberately stressing him out so he would snap. And once he snapped, all they had to do was label him as difficult or crazy to get full control of his career.
I feel like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being put through stress because, when you're a guy that generates money,
Yeah.
people have a vested interest in controlling.
And according to sources close to Martin, he allegedly believes this was the plan Oprah and her industry buddies had for Monique as well. And this is also why Martin tried to help Monique with her career. And Monique recently revealed that Martin gave her some valuable advice on standing up for yourself and not letting the industry control you.
So we're on the set, and I get a knock on my trailer door, and it is one of Martin's sisters, and she says, Martin would like for you to come down to his trailer. So I said, okay. I'm ready to go meet my brother, right? I get down to this trailer, and when I tell you this is a 3-story penthouse, do you hear what I'm saying to you? It was a bottom floor, a middle floor, a top floor. I'm talking about full bathrooms, full bedrooms, baby. It was incredible. So I was like, I'm so proud of you, brother. Just, you make us proud. And he looked at me and said, Monique, don't ever let them tell you what you can't have.
But with all these shady allegations coming out against Oprah Winfrey, does this mean Oprah could actually get canceled? Well, it looks like a lot of fans are hoping and praying for this outcome. Oprah doesn't care about anyone except herself, one fan said. I could care less about that woman and won't be bothered by her expiration date. She has backstabbed many people to get where she's at. I think she is as evil as other narcissists she hangs with. And another fan added, I hope I'm still around when it all crashes down for her. I'm certain it will at some point. Maybe when Epstein's records finally surface. I wish somebody would come along and unite us all to fight the real enemy that's hiding in plain sight. But let's hear your thoughts on this. Do you think Monique, Martin Lawrence, and Dave Chappelle know the real Oprah Winfrey? And could Oprah actually get canceled soon? Let us know in the comments.